everybody, welcome back to Nifty Dimensions. My name is Rizzo, your host as usual. Today we have with us a great friend of mine and an amazing guitar player and somebody who's been diving deep into the video game world, soundtracks, and many other things. So everybody, please welcome Jon of The Shred. What's up, Jon?
What is going on, Lenny? It's nice
Chilling.
to talk to you.
Yeah, nice to you too, man. It's been a minute.
Literally a minute, but
Literally.
Oh
yeah, we had
a call, but it's been years since we've talked other than that.
Yeah,
so it's good to catch up.
Totally. Well, I see you've been up to a lot, man. It's been hard to keep track of everything you've been doing since years ago, the last time we talked, till now. So what have you been up to? What's going on in your world?
Well, I'll try to do a long story short here. 2018, I started a game development company. It was the video games are based in the same universe as the compilation albums, one of which you did way back in the day. Order of the Impaled, Scythe Saga Records became Scythe Dev Team, and we started releasing games, and everything kind of spiraled out of control in a good way. Since we released Northbury Grove, which was our first game. And since then, we've just been releasing horror indie games. And then we got a few publishing deals. And now we're making Happy's Humble Burger Farm with Tiny Build is publishing it.
Beautiful. Tiny Build. That's big time. Awesome.
Yeah, they've been great, too. I mean, I won't get into too much details about that, but they've complete creative control, freedom. They're really cool. They've helped us a lot.
That's awesome.
Great.
Very cool. Yeah, I saw. I was checking out the masks. That it was like 4 or 5 tracks. I heard that too. I know you've been getting into lots of different soundtrack stuff, right? Like, haven't you been?
Correct. Masks Worn was just what I called the soundtrack to a Goosebumps short film by Oddest of the Odd.
Cool.
They do a lot of YouTube stuff, really good at gore and After Effects, and just cool dudes. They're going to make us some, this is unannounced until now, but they're going to be making some shorts for Happy's Humble Burger Farm, and I gave them the soundtrack. So you'll see some cool stuff from them. I definitely suggest everyone go over to their YouTube and check out, if you like horror, they have a lot of cool stuff.
Cool. I'll put some links for everybody too, to make sure they got the info at the bottom too, just in case.
Awesome. Yeah. And I did a song for their Evil Dead, or a soundtrack for their Evil Dead short, probably 2 or 3 years ago, called Dead by Dawn. So they hit me up, and it'd been a while since we talked, and the guy Cortland, that's like the director, I believe, and among many other things, because he wears all the hats.
Okay.
And Ryan Cortland was actually on. They actually collaborated with Never Hike in the Snow as well, which is like this Friday the 13th fan film, and it was great. Like
awesome.
Jason is hunting with a bow in
what?
the woods, and it's all snow. It's like, it's really cool. The whole intro sequence is just badass. Definitely suggest looking that up if you like Jason.
Yeah,
they're cool dudes. It was nice to do that soundtrack in the middle of the burger farm. You've been up to some stuff too. You should tell me a little what you got going on.
Yeah, I mean, I've definitely, besides Nifty Dimensions, I was working on an album called Darker. Definitely the saddest, most depressing stuff I ever wrote, but it was also very important to get it out. And it's definitely all dedicated to my mom. Comes out tomorrow, actually. We're filming this on the 26th, everybody, July. And yeah, it comes out on her birthday, which is tomorrow, the 27th. It's on Bandcamp, and I will have links below. It's some sad stuff in there. There's some metal. There's some EDM vibes blended in, some synthwave kind of feels, but all of which are very heartfelt. All my solos in there. I'm not the fastest dude in the world, but you will feel them for sure. From what I've heard and the reviews I got from people who have checked it out, the solos have a lot of heart to them.
That's one thing we had similar, is like, I don't think we ever sounded the same, but we both put a lot of emotion into the music. Cause I got that same, I get that a lot with music. Oh, there's so much emotion in it. It's like, yeah, I mean, it's music, of course, right. But you're the same, but we don't have the same genre. You're like Nine Inch Nails and I'm like Iron Maiden.
Right.
It'd be like, quite different, but always, mutual respect. And like,
hell yeah.
When we collaborate, it'll be cool because we have such different styles.
Definitely. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Speaking of, I was telling a little tale earlier to my friend Freeman. I was telling him, I remembered a festival. It was pretty early in the day. I couldn't remember what it was or what was going on, but there was a festival, and I had played like a little acoustic set and like nobody was there, but I asked you to come up on stage and jam with me. That was the first time we ever got to play any kind of like gig together.
That was Freedom of Expression Experiment 2, I think. And
Nice. Okay.
Immortal Technique actually headlined that, which was
Mm,
badass. To just be on the bill with someone like that, it's
yes.
always cool. It's just like nice. But yeah, you asked me to come play. I think my set got hijacked by like weather and but I didn't have a set prepared. I'm not a good solo guy. I can't do that. I need a band.
Dude,
Uh,
it's rough. I'm
it's
not a
tough.
big fan of it myself.
I can't do it. It's especially the looping, because the looping, it's
Mm,
impressive, but it's just like you get stuck in this rut and you have to do that. And I'm sure there's ways to variate, but like just the organic fluidity of a band jamming cannot be replaced. It's so fun, so much
agreed.
better.
No, definitely. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, there's
If
a
I'm looking off, by the way, the camera is off here,
yeah, all right.
so I'm looking at you. If I'm looking off, just so you know,
Oh, don't sweat it,
I
man.
have a
Don't sweat
weird
it.
setup. To the viewers, I'm looking at him.
Yeah, it's cool. I'm sure they'll all just be appreciative that you're on here doing this, man, because this is an interesting time for artists. Everybody watching, I reached out to Jon. We haven't spoken in a while, just because we've been doing our own, being busy, doing our own thing. And I reached out to him because I've been secretly watching from afar all these moves, Happy's coming out and seeing the announcement of that and seeing how it was very trendy and moving and trending. And it was exciting. I love seeing my friends succeed and do
Oh,
things
definitely, it's the
right.
best.
And not for nothing, but you've been talking about doing a game for a minute, dude. I mean, it's been a while. So to see
Yeah,
you really do it and focus and get your shit together, it's just a cool moment to see, dude. I'm
I
proud of you for that.
appreciate it. What's funny though is that like throughout my life, people have kind of like they use it as an insult in a lot of ways, like a backhanded compliment, like, "Oh, it sounds like video game music.
Yeah.
It sounds like video game music." It's like, "Oh,
Right.
okay, let me get a salary doing that," and then
Mhm.
I'll come back to you telling you that it is in fact video game music. But
Yep.
like with this game, there's collectible music, or there was at one point. Now it's just a jukebox and everything's unlocked.
Okay.
There's a lot of moving parts. So we nixed the CD collection, but the music's still in there. All
Nice.
new albums. There's like I think I did 10 from scratch new albums in different genres. I had like a Boards of Canada phase. I did
Nice.
a bunch of trap songs that have dubstep, like bro step, like
Cool.
Skrillex shit. So it's like mixed between trap and that.
Yeah.
What else? I did a new metal album. I went back and listened to Slipknot, Korn, Limp Bizkit, all that band. I
Awesome.
went through puberty
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
like the best puberty rock ever. Like we grew up in that time where like that was popular
Yep.
right when we were like, I hate homework. What is
Yep.
this
Yep.
hair?
For
And like I
sure.
went back and listened to it, and it was a lot better than I remembered, especially Slipknot. I'm like, this is
Oh my
basically
God.
horror thrash metal. Why did I ever
Yes.
stop listening to this? This is pretty fucking good. And like I had so much fun making that album. It was like being fucking it was like I was about to play Tony Hawk or GTA 2
Right.
at a friend's house and like ride a bike around and then make that album. But I don't know, it's just cool. Video games are awesome. It's just you can do every kind of art. You can make like I did a radio broadcast is over an hour with all these
Mhm.
great voice cameos and like it sounds like
Cool.
GTA radio kind of. And it's
Yes.
over an hour and it like jumps back and forth, so it's always randomized. And
Yeah.
there's a TV programming that's kind of like Adult Swim. There's over an hour of that. It's just like you get to scratch every creative itch possible
Right.
because you can
Yeah.
do, everything.
That's the best. That's what you need. That's what you need.
Movies are kind of like that too, any kind of like cinematic art form. You get, the music but games are cool because you get to see people immerse. So
For
like all
sure.
these streamers that play our game that played a part in us getting recognized.
Yeah.
When they play games and live stream it, it's kind of like a movie premiere for us because you can't really get scared by your own game to the
Mm.
extent you wish. You're like, I know what's coming, but you
Yeah.
get vicariously through them. You can
Hell yeah.
enjoy the cinematography, should I say?
Totally. That's cool as shit. Well, all right. I got a question for you. I'm curious. This might be a hard one for you to answer, but favorite film director doesn't have to be hard.
John
It just
Carpenter.
oh, beautiful, easy, nice, easy answer.
He did he would write, he would direct, and he did music. And
Yes.
the fact that he was a triple threat just like I kind of get that role with this. I'm not diminishing what we're a 3-person team, so we're small, and then we hire some work out when we can, but
Mhm.
mostly all us. So we're all wearing a dozen hats, and I just happen to get to do I like to write the story with the team. We write it together. I'm not saying
Nice.
taking full credit, but like I am kind of the main story guy and the
Mhm.
main music guy. So what I like appreciate about John Carpenter, and I think I can kind of relate to now, is that he gets to direct the story and the music, so he knows exactly what emotion is necessary to move the
Totally.
plot forward. So it's like I'm blessed in being able to do both.
Absolutely.
And everyone on the team does so much. Like the modeler is doing level design and business stuff, and the programmers does art, and he does music himself. Everyone is just so multifaceted.
Yeah.
But it's hard work. It's really hard work.
Hmm. So which I'm curious, was They Live? Did you get into They Live early?
I
Or
love
did it
They
take
Live.
you a while to come across They Live?
It was one of the first I saw.
Oh, cool.
Halloween was definitely the first. Just the Halloween
Yeah,
movies and the franchise was what I first saw. They
sure.
Live actually was released the day before I was born, and I
No
think that
way.
movie is such a great social commentary. I think it's more applicable than ever
Yeah.
since its release. At least since its release, it's more applicable than ever. And
Mm,
it always cracked me up. It's released the day after I was born. I did movie is my favorite, second favorite, no, first favorite documentary, and then Idiocracy's second.
oh, nice. Classic.
But They Live
Classic.
is fucking amazing. And he
Yeah.
just I just beeped that. John Carpenter in general though, so many good movies.
Oh, yeah. And yeah, having the matching soundtrack to such distinctive movies, like he has his own style. He's always had his own way of doing things, and eventually, at least as a fan, you start to realize, even if you don't know you're watching a Carpenter movie that just pops on, you'll realize very quickly by the music and how it's all done that it was his work.
It's
I'm
a
with it
signature vibe.
totally. Yeah, man.
Who's your
He
favorite?
well, it's always hard for me to pick an exact favorite, but I do have a couple. I'm a giant Wes Anderson fan. I'm a giant Stanley Kubrick fan. And obviously, I'm a giant John Carpenter fan. That's hard not to be when you're a guitar player who's obsessed with horror movies, for
Yeah, right.
sure.
I mean, the
Um,
guy made The Thing, Assault
yeah.
on Precinct 13, The Fog. Like
Oh,
his filmography is insane. I even like Vampires, that
hell
movie
yeah.
with James Woods where he's hunting vampires. It was like a
Yep.
93 Carpenter. I liked
Yeah.
it.
Me too. I like that
I
movie.
liked Escape from New York and Escape from LA. I liked his Body Bags movie, Cigarette Burns, like all those little things he did on Masters of Horror and shit. Like, yeah.
That's awesome.
But yeah, I like Wes Anderson, and I need to watch more Kubrick. I haven't really. I've been meaning to watch Eyes Wide Shut for decades, and I
Yeah.
haven't gotten around to it yet.
There's two TV shows. This is kind of on topic, but a little off, but something I try to point out to people as far as the current times and the warnings that we've been given. I say the two most truest shows to pay attention to were Mr. Robot and Black Mirror.
Black Mirror I've seen and is incredible.
Holy shit.
And that
It's
guy was good too. Before that, he did Dead Set, which is
uh
it's like a zombie reality show set in Big Brother. So the Big Brother cast is dealing with like a running zombie infected
no
apartment.
way.
And
Oh, I'm writing
it's
that
like
down.
dark comedy. And it was before Black Mirror, but once Black Mirror came out, it felt like a full season of one Black Mirror episode. It was
Oh
before Black
wow.
Mirror, but Black Mirror is very much in the same style. I love Black Mirror. Incredible.
Oh yeah.
Every
No.
episode is great and different and self-contained, and but they also kind of connect, and
Mhm.
you're not going to love every single one. I saw some
Yeah.
people didn't like Metalhead, whereas
Really?
I thought Metalhead was incredible.
Yeah, I thought that was
And then
good.
I liked Junipero, but I wasn't blown away by it. It was just kind of a love story, a cute little love story. I wasn't like, oh my god, but everyone else thought that was amazing. So people, their mileage varies.
Yeah.
A lot of people didn't like the Miley Cyrus episode. I thought it was hilarious. I
I
thought she
thought it was
crushed it.
great, dude.
She crushed it as that little robot. So
Yeah, she was
funny.
awesome.
So
Yeah,
funny.
totally. Awesome, man. Yeah, I've been into Black Mirror. I liked it as a show first, and then I went back to it as a let me look at this from where life is on Earth right now. And the more people I speak to, as far as developers and even some people that make VR and things, you realize that all the tech on there isn't sci-fi. It's actually already existing. Even the little bees.
We're
And
Cyborg. That was the scariest episode, in my opinion.
yeah.
Most hated in the nation, I think it was.
Oh,
And
really?
they canceled people, and then or canceled. And then like the bee would go and drive itself into their skull
Yeah,
because they
right.
said something wrong. Like that's scary.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, like I think we're cyborgs already. I think we're in a hive mind already with the internet. I feel like it just isn't attached to the body yet. Like once a
Right.
cell phone is grafted into our forearms and
Yep.
we're Mega Man. At that point forward, we're technically Mega Man, and like we're
Yeah.
almost there. We're almost there.
Yeah, Elon's working on it. Neuralink's real, that is Neuralink might start back here, maybe eventually. Yeah, it's linked up to your panel on your arm and all sorts of craziness.
And let the robot overlords know. I'm saying it here, like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm like trying to be on their good side, like Guilfoyle on Silicon Valley. He's just like emails himself like that he's gonna be fine with the robot overlords.
Hell yeah, good show. That was a great one.
I just rewatched it. It was incredible.
Nice.
It was like Mike Judge is just everything he does. That's another favorite actually.
Awesome.
Speaking of all these directors, he's always hitting it out of the park. Office Space and like Beavis and Butthead, King of the Hill. How do you have a track record like that? It's just like everything slaps, as the kids say.
Definitely. Yeah, and I was thinking, I know the music for the game, you said it's not coming out on CD anymore, but that's actually cool because a lot of times the game takes off, things go down the road, and then maybe a special vinyl pressing or something gets done, and it's worth even more because it never got to come out like
collectible,
that.
A totem of the creativity rather than mass produced and plastic choking fish. There's only like 4 or 5, and the person will covet it.
There you go. Exactly.
We release everything on streaming. I'm still on Spotify. That's how you probably saw Mass Warren. It probably gave you a Bandcamp message or something, and you're like, oh shit, I didn't notice he was doing this Goosebumps thing. I didn't announce it, so it just popped out.
Yeah, no, I'm so stoked when things pop up. I like to see what's going on. I found it funny because it's not like we weren't talking for any reasons. It's just time flew by, and
you get older and you get busy, and time flies so quick that you don't even realize it's been 3 or 4 years.
Exactly. And then it's great, like you're doing great things. I'm trying to, come up and do some new things. And like, now we're going to work together on some stuff. I'm really excited about that, man. Yeah. Everybody watching, please know that there will be links below for Jon's work. Lots of different stuff will be down there so you can see what he's been up to. And Happy's Humble Burger Farm is on Steam. That comes out soon, right?
We're going to have an announcement trailer soon. There's huge announcements. Like everyone's going to be incredibly hyped on the stuff we haven't announced yet.
Cool.
There's huge developments that have happened that are in stone, that are happening. I can't even say until they're announced.
Make this holiday season your most memorable ever with Happy's Humble Burger Farm Holiday Special. This festive update has you collecting presents around the restaurant. Find them all and place them under the winter harvest tree. Magic and merriment await. Meanwhile, in the discomforting stillness of New Elysian City, a secret beckons. Stalk the streets and locate hidden pages. Collect these research documents to unearth answers to the mysteries plaguing your existence. Mysteries you couldn't conjure in your deepest, most terrifying nightmares. All this and more in Happy's Humble Burger Barn 2. Happy's Humble Burger Farm Alpha Holiday Special. Ho 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 ho!
Appreciate. Have a happy humble day.
But we hired a team to do the trailer, so we'll have a nice trailer reveal. It'll be very cinematic, and I'll be cracking into that music soon. I hope. Hopefully next week I get to start writing the soundtrack and do the sound for that. But
awesome.
Yeah, I don't know when this is going out, but if you guys wishlist the game, that helps us a lot. Just go to Steam and wishlist, and that'd be awesome. Other than that, I'll send you a key too, by the way. If you on Steam.
Yes.
Okay, I'll send you a key after we're done this interview, and you can. It'll be the test build, so you'll
Beautiful.
get half the game, and then when the game releases, you'll just be able to update it.
Cool.
And then we'll also talk about you getting a cameo of some sort. We got to figure out what we want to do for that.
I would love that. Yeah, that would make my day. This whole world is something I've always wanted to get into. I've only dabbled in video game areas and really dabbled lightly, to be honest. That would be so exciting to me, dude, for sure. Like, I'm all about it.
Definitely get you in there somehow.
So
you did music for Order of the Impaled. You have that song on there.
Hell yeah.
I think it was even did the Cult Leader song, right? The Enlightened one.
Yep, the Enlightened one. Totally.
That is the song. Okay.
Totally. It sucks. I didn't know about gain staging yet in production, so I had no idea how to like take your mix. Like, now I set everything -16 right from the start and give myself so much headspace. I didn't leave myself any headroom for that mix. I've learned a lot since then, especially on heavy stuff. So yeah, I'm so itching to make new stuff. I did the acoustic album, and I'm very proud, and it's done. It comes out tomorrow, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm itching to turn that distortion pedal on and see what's what. So, yeah.
What do you got for a distortion pedal? What are you using?
Well, I still have my Boss ME50, as embarrassing that is, but I have a nice little a Boss Katana amp I got, one of the 100-watt Johns, 150-watt. I forget what it's at, but nice. It does the job. I'm not in a band down here. It's been really hard to find dedicated musicians that are quality.
And the
dedicated.
Pandemic as well too.
That too, for sure.
There's no live shows, so like I can't imagine your livelihood being music.
Yeah,
existing through COVID. I like pivoted to video games like in 2018, and I'm so fortunate to have done that because music is rough right now.
Oh, dude.
Even royalties that I should be getting coming in from like all these placements I got, like SmackDown and like the UFC fighters, whatever, Fighter Instinct. I don't remember what it's called. A bunch of stuff. Like it's all kind of backlogged because of COVID. And like, this is hitting composers that have way more at stake than I do. I just have like a few dozen placements. Like, these people have like hundreds of placements, and they're like, what the hell? So I feel bad for them. They deserve that money.
Yeah.
I remember last year or 2 years ago, Discovery was trying to cut royalties out of the deal for composers entirely. And they had a very big blowback for it. And they're like, all right. They give them an inch, they take a mile, but like royalties have been getting less and less over the years, I hear.
Yeah, that's some nonsense. Like, hey, Chief, try playing that episode without the music behind it and see how good that episode is.
Yeah.
It's been like,
how much are you increasing sync fees to justify this? Like, are you giving it like 5 figures per use now, like for a minute of music? Because that's where it should be at.
Yeah, dude.
Shit plays in perpetuity. It's like playing on a network for years, and people stream now. So there's just, I don't know.
Nah, the future's ours, man. We get more control now. NFTs are making sure of it too, for the kind of artwork we do. The future is for the artists. It's there for us to go out and claim right now. I'm not just saying it, I'm living it. I'm gonna take you up on that. Like, you're gonna show me how to do NFTs. I'll do some with you. Yes. I'll make some of my own. As you heard it here, we're getting into some NFTs with Jon Of The Shred. This is going to be exciting. Hell yeah.
I haven't done any yet, so wherever that lands, it'll be the exclusive home.
Cool, man. We got some plans then. We won't reveal anything just yet, but I got a couple tricks.
Things will be cooking. There'll be some burgers grilled, and they'll be juicy, and they'll be double pattied, and they'll have caramelized onions.
Nice. Oh, beautiful. I'm a fan. All right. Well, let's switch topics here a little bit. I'm curious. I know we brought up the NFT thing, but I know just from the brief conversation that we've had, you are into some crypto. Do you have any favorite projects or tokens that have projects behind it that you're into? What do you like?
I have such a broad range that I just kind of threw. Like, it was kind of like feeding the chicken. I'm just like,
Yeah, I totally
understand. For me, like, I'm not disparaging crypto saying this, but for me, it was like a long-term gambling.
Totally.
Like, I'm going to look at my phone, and then like a few months ago, I was looking at it every like 10 minutes. I'm like, it's going up. It's going up. And then obviously what happened. And then I was just like, all right, I'm not going to look at it. I'm not going to look at it. That dopamine hit is gone now. Like, it's not the same. But now, we were talking earlier, everything's in the green now. I've got Chainlink, Bitcoin, a
Oh,
little
cool.
bit, a little Ethereum,
Mhm.
some Cardano.
Yes.
I got a bunch of
Cardano.
different stuff. There's some Safe Moon bit, Bonfire, a little bit of Saturna. I have
Nice.
some rockets. I got a bunch of random stuff, and like, what was it? Ultra Moon, Ultra Safe, something else. Oh, Happy Coin. They do a lot of charity. I like
Cool.
that
I
aspect.
wanted that. I really wanted that one. I've never bought anything on the Binance Smart Chain yet as far as any meme coins or altcoins like that.
That's where I went with mine,
Yeah.
and that's why I have all those. And you're like, I don't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
We just went with the opposite
Yeah.
directions of getting alts.
My list is weird. I like this is Fag, Feed Every Gorilla. Yeah, I rep the companies I invest in, I rep that shit because I believe in the projects.
Yeah.
Fag made something called FagX, which is Fag Exchange. They're doing multi blockchain crossing where you can mix things. You can wrap your ether or your doge or whatever. You can switch chains. It's really all becoming really interesting, and they're making it a way for people to make passive income that invest, and they're not the only ones to do it. A lot of the projects I've gotten into, like Fair Token Project, they launch fair launch coins where like a lot of cool stuff, ABI, 8 Bull Inu, Kirby, a bunch of different really interesting ones. I've been getting into that, and it's just like you. If I see one that I find interesting, I'm like, all right, let me get a little of that. All right, let me get a little of that. Let me get a little of that. And it's
There's one
funny.
that's psychedelic. Sorry to cut you off.
Oh no, go ahead. Yeah.
Saphodelic or something like that.
I don't know that one. What's it called?
It's like PS. Let me.
Okay.
It looked cool. I haven't gotten into it yet because I didn't. I don't know. I don't know how to buy half the stuff, to be honest.
Yeah, it's all good. It took me a while to get used to that. I even do small, like I did. My friend Gene Esther, he's an artist with the Metasabian comic. He's a painter and an artist. But I was showing him how to buy Feg on Uniswap, and we just made it part of the episode, just because some people, don't know, and until you get through it, and like for me, it was like nerve wracking to try to buy on those swap sites because I didn't know shit.
Yeah.
And yeah.
You're like, oh, I'm throwing money in there, and then like there's like you have to set the bleed to a certain amount. So like,
Yeah, the slippage.
you can, you're setting 12% slippage just to get this weird new altcoin. You're not sure what's gonna happen.
Yep, I know. That's cool. It's worth the gamble. Like you said, I look at it. This is how I do it too. Just like you, I basically say, okay, just like if I'm going to the casino, I have
this is a
much
$500 scratch ticket.
Exactly right. Or like I know I'm going to the casino for the weekend. I have $100 or $500. I know I can afford to lose. I put it in. The only difference is we might wait a year or two, or who knows, right? Like
yeah. Got to hold.
Exactly. The payoffs could be huge. Doge. I know we're both into Doge, so I
None
know
of
we're
this.
chilling on that. Paper hands.
Yeah, none
for
of that.
sure, dude. Yeah. Nah, people think it's all like the word hopium. Anybody who rides they call them moon boys or say there's hopium, but the truth is that you never know. I was told my Dogecoin would never be worth 10 cents, and now it's double that. Even when it's down at its lowest, it's like double what they said it would never become. I already saw it reach 70 cents. Anybody else that was holding during those times, I'm sure they were pretty happy. And like, even if you didn't sell, I didn't sell, I held mine. You see the possibility of where it can be. If you see a coin reach a certain number, you're pretty damn sure that when the market comes back, it's probably going to be there or better. It's a good chance of it, at least.
And if you're throwing money in that you aren't afraid to lose, then you should just hold. It's because why would you just sell when you're going to lose most of it anyway? It's like, well, I might as well ride it out now.
Totally.
Like,
Yeah.
what the frig are you going to do just losing all your money? It's just absurd to me.
Yeah, those jokers, no offense to anybody who's done it that's watching, but if you bought high and then sold low, you missed the whole point of how you're supposed to go about this. And I'm not a pro at all, but I know
we've all messed up. It's like when you're a kid and you buy a bag of pencil shavings and they custody you and they charge way more than they should. Like everyone that happened to pretty much everyone that likes to use the high quality pencils. And
Yep. For sure. I remember a dude would be like, it's chocolate tie, it's chocolate tie. And it wasn't. It was just really,
like
really
slag.
bad.
It was like dirt. It was just
exactly.
it's like shipped in like fish and smells like clams and like
Yeah.
it's a yeah.
All right, let's move on.
Crazy pencil shavings. Actually,
Totally.
on that note.
All right. Well, let's get back to the rest of the interview, part 2 here. We got a couple more questions for Jon of the Shred. Dude, it has been a pleasure to have you on, by the way, man.
Awesome. Yeah, it's been awesome to talk to you. I'm actually, always happy and humbled to be invited to these things,
Nice.
to ramble and make a fool of myself. It's always fun. No.
Hell yes. Anybody watching, please hit the like button, subscribe with the bell, and go down, check below in the details. There'll be lots of info to follow Jon to see what he's been up to and all the things we've been talking about. So just a little side note. For sure, got to shill a little bit because the stuff we're doing is worth it. So go check it out. All right. So one quick question, just because I see some stuff in the background and you can see I got my buddy back there. What acts are you playing on the most? Which guitar is going down?
I've got 3. These 3 are the main ones because you got a wide range of tones.
Mm-hmm.
You got your LTD.
Oh yeah. Ooh.
Deluxe. You remember this one? This is
do.
the one I've had forever.
The legendary Shred. Yep.
It's got a cool like these. Yeah, it's too dark in here to see anything. It's like these like snake skin like straps that are like really
nice.
They're very comfortable, and
that's cool.
I upgraded all my gear when I had a chance. Like I have a whole custom rig. My computer is like super souped up.
Oh, cool.
I've never had a nice computer. Like I needed to upgrade to develop the game.
But
yeah, these
this Bixby on there, huh? Gretsch with a Bixby.
Gretsch baritone.
Oh, no way. Oh, I'm jealous, dude.
The Western. Yeah, this is funny because I was up at LC's.
Yeah.
And we were jamming. We were making hip hop, and I needed bass strings for my acoustic bass. So I went to the guitar store and left with the fucking baritone.
Oh, dude. Yo, shout out to LC, Loud and Conscious for sure. What's up, bro?
The whole crew.
Hell yeah. Yo, man, that was
the chill.
That was nasty. I love that Gretsch, man. I'm jealous. Oh wow.
And
is that a 6-string bass?
6-string bass.
How do you even play that thing?
It's the best setup for a bass ever because there's no staggered string. There's no 4 open tuning. It's all right up. So like when you hit that octave right here, you just continue and then you just continue.
Huh. It's great. It's a gorgeous looking bass too. I'm intimidated by 6-string basses. 5 strings is pretty much my maximum for but yeah, I bet you get some crazy guttural tones out of that son of a bitch.
The 6th string, you'd think it sounds, I think it's 1 higher and 1 lower string.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's cool.
So I think once you play it and can figure out like the tuning, it becomes like easier than the other bass. So you got 6 strings,
right?
And then like I said, the G string is not tuned to G. It's tuned to something else. I forget what the tuning exactly is, but it never staggers. So you just go up and down. There's no,
that's awesome.
I don't know. It's crazy. You need to play it, but it's a really cool tuning.
That's awesome. Cool. Yeah, I would love to check it out. What kind is it? What kind of bass is that?
They're the 2. It's an LTD, cool. And the Gretsch baritone.
Nice.
And then I run those through direct into my Universal Audio Thunderbolt Duo X, Twin X, Apollo Twin X, Universal Audio. And then I use Amplitude 4.
Oh, okay.
And
nice.
They have a lot of different amp models and all that, and stomp boxes, so you can really design your sound. Man. And it's my setup.
I'm slacking right now. I won't lie. I was telling you earlier, I still use my Boss ME50 pedal and a Boss Katana amp, which is I'm fine
wrong with that. If you had a Line 6 pod, I wouldn't say anything. That'd be cool too, you know.
Yeah. I use a lot of plugins. I won't lie. When I'm in, I'm in the box a lot, and I'm okay with that. But more and more, that Katana, Mike in that Katana has been some of my crunchiest stuff to date. I mean, I've been secretly working on some new metal and some other stuff just to kind of vent. But yeah, and that thing has finally made a return. I named her Sangreal. I bought her an 07. It's a blonde beauty with a maple neck, actually. And it's only 400 on the planet ever made of that guitar.
Oh, nice.
And that only that year they did it. Yeah. So, and I didn't know that until like a little while ago. So
That's cool. You're like, oh, I always really liked this guitar. I didn't
Yeah.
realize it was like this one of a kind, like one of
Hell yeah.
400. That's a pretty limited run for anything.
no, hell yeah. And this is gonna sound weird, and if I have to edit it later, but just to tell you, that's my grave. Like when I die, I'm being burnt into ash, holes are drilled into that, put my ash in, seal it off, and I'm living within that guitar forever. And hopefully my daughter takes care of it properly and it does the right thing in the future. But that's totally
a
where
badass
I'm
idea.
ending up. So me and that thing are, it's a very cool connection I have with that guitar.
I'll be down with like getting melted down, smelted, and then put into all these instruments.
You
And then
know what I
just-
mean?
And then just yeah. Instead of being a tree, you're just like an instrument, and you just get
Yeah.
passed around to different bands. That'd be cool.
Why not? Yo, Maynard, when Maynard's mom passed, he had her ashes and he put the ashes in the vine, you know, for the vines to grow. He put it in the soil and he made that part of every single, he said there was just under 670 vines. You figure out what number that probably was, but there were that many vines, and he put his mom's ashes in there and he grew. It started from there. So such a passion project. And then the first bottle was called Judith after his mom.
So he did How High with wine.
Right. And real life, like real
That's
high
crazy.
level magic, the true great work, if you will, the unseen forces of humanity finally being put into a very deep, you know, ritual that runs through the whole world, whoever drinks it, you know, and all that.
Huh.
Think about it. It's pretty intense.
Interesting. Yeah, that is crazy.
Mm-hmm. All right, well,
That reminds me of How High though, because like they smoke.
oh,
the friend,
totally. Yeah,
and
I
they
can't.
put them in. They grow.
That
and it's-
ivory.
It's
They
just
got the
wine.
i-
Yeah,
yeah.
the ivory.
They got the ivory.
That's a great movie. It's a classic.
Hell yeah. Shout out to Redman, especially, man. I love Method Man too, but Redman's always been one of my absolute favorites.
Oh, they're both sick. I saw them at Modown one year. That festival Modown.
Oh, really?
They were both playing. It was so funny. Like we were in the element, if you.
Uh-huh.
And they were on stage. They're like, I took the biggest in the porta potty earlier, and like all the hippies are just like they were all spun out. Like, what is going on? It was so
Right.
funny.
Yeah.
And they crushed it too. It was a great set.
That's awesome. Yeah, I like them. I'm a fan of Flatbush Zombies as far as like hip hop. We got to play Bisco one year, and they were one of the headliners, and I was feeling real nice that night. We had done our set already, and it was over, and we're feeling good. You know, you got done a good set at a big ass festival on top of the world, and sitting in the lawn with Dennis, and Dennis and I just watched. We watched Flatbush Zombies the whole set, and they blew me away. Talk about ultra low frequencies. When a group that has music that low through the biggest system you ever heard it through with the best shit you could get.
You ever see Manowar?
God. No.
I saw them front row, and their system was the best system. It was the loudest I've ever heard, but it was the most crystal clear sound I've ever heard. It was
cool.
insane. And it was at the Palladium in Worcester. So I was just like,
nice.
I was like right there, and the speakers were right there. I was right in front of the bass rig. I couldn't hear for like 3 weeks. I think I have Joey DeMaio's bass pick still from that.
No way.
I have
Nice.
I have a few picks here. This is the Symphony X, Michael Romeo. I saw them front row, Symphony X, and they played the Odyssey, and I called it out. Like the set was short, so then they were leaving. I'm like, oh, the encore is going to be the Odyssey, and I was front row, so I'm like, the Odyssey, and Michael Romeo's like, yup, and he like flicked me the pick.
No way.
So that's the Symphony X pick. Probably can't see it.
I see
And
it.
then
Good enough. Yeah.
This is the Joey DeMaio from Manowar pick. Hard
Okay,
to
cool.
see. It's a bass
Yeah.
pick, and then
Nice.
I have one from Rhapsody too.
Wow.
That because they opened for Manowar that night. I think that's
wow.
Lusa Turilli's guitar pick. I just
Oh,
have
cool.
these random.
Awesome. That's
And
sweet.
then the pick of Destiny.
Wait, where'd you get that, man? That's awesome.
They used to sell the pick of Destiny at places. I forget where I got it.
That's
but
cool.
It's
We
like
all
worn
want that
out.
one. Yeah. Oh man. There's a group called Buried Alive and that guy, he's amazing guitar player. Album called The Mixed Grape. Check it out. You'd be impressed. But yeah, he puts out a lot of cool merch like that. He put out this limited pick that has like gold flakes inside and all. It's called
that's
Fool's
cool.
Gold. Yeah, I like that kind of stuff. Collectibles, stuff like that.
Yeah, like totems of artistry.
Totally. Speaking of, dude, one final question for you here on Nifty Dimensions, and nobody gets out alive without answering this one. Your favorite collectible or toy, anything of that nature from when you were a kid or all the way up until now, but what one really hit you the hardest? And
Video game consoles. My Super Nintendo lasted for over 20 years. The last time I played it, it could have legally purchased alcohol if it was an adult, if it was a human being. It was like over 20 years old. It still worked. I don't know if it does anymore because now I got Nintendo Switch, so I can play Nintendo, like I could play Super Mario RPG right on Switch, so I don't need to set up the Super. But I guess if those count, just the games, the N64, Super Nintendo era games, those collectibles I still have. I got rid of all my Pokemon cards. I got rid of all my Legos. I gave them away to cousins. I handed stuff off. I wish I didn't.
Same.
But I did. And I guess between just the video game consoles and like instruments, my VST collection, my software synthesizer collection is pretty amazing.
Yeah.
I have like everything now, dude. I got awesome. Storm Drum 3. It's like Mickey Hart, and he's like actually ripping like.
No way.
Yeah, it's
we're gonna have to talk
private
buddy.
Stock. Yeah, it's a great virtual instrument collection.
Whoa, that's rad. I have Easy Drummer 2.
That's good. I have Steven Slate 5.
Sweet.
I almost got Easy Drummer 2, but I'm I have like everything. When we got the deal with Tiny Build, I got I got the Roland Cloud Suite, which is a monthly subscription. I hate it.
Okay.
I prefer when you could just buy these synths, but I got so much stuff like different orchestras and the Storm Drum 3 and Steven Slate 5. And we're spoiled after the hard work to pay for these things. We're spoiled in choice and like how to, like we can get an orchestra at our fingertips.
Yes, totally.
And like it back in the day, like I have synth collections that are $500 to buy.
Yeah.
But if you were to buy each individual instrument that was sampled and used to make, it'd be like 100,000 back then, which is probably $1 million today.
Definitely. Yeah,
man. What about you? What's your big collectible from childhood?
All right. Well, the ones that got away were definitely the OG Transformers and the Garbage Pail Kids. I would be very, very wealthy if they all were remaining, and my Michael Jordan cards and baseball cards.
What about the shoes? I wish I had a nice pair of Jordans right now. I can't find the one I want. I want retro 4s with the powder blue color. I can't find them anywhere.
Yeah, no shit.
They look great.
Dude, I'm a big fan. I only wear Nike. This is not a paid promotion, but I definitely, I like as far as comfort, it's just once you had Air Jordans when you were a kid and you're living in that kind of comfort in your feet, you don't really want to go backwards.
You don't want to regress.
Yeah. I will wear the ugliest sneakers. These are some of the ugliest sneakers you'll ever see. But they're so... it's like walking on clouds and like they breathe.
What are those? Those are just regular Nike type shoes?
No, these are Air 70 React is a weird, it's like they put the React system in there with the Air system, that giant ass Air pocket. And I got them, they were selling whatever they were selling for, $150 or whatever. I got them for like $70 brand new. And I just went for it. They're kind of bulky. Like I don't like running in them, but yeah, I'm all about the Nikes.
I just ordered DVS shoes
off
Amazon and they never came in. So they didn't come in at all. It was like $100 skate shoes because I just want comfy shoes. I had a pair of Jordans that just I wore them to FedEx because I'm an idiot when I was working there, and they crumbled with it during one shift. I'm just like, these are the wrong shoes and the wrong era of them. Even like the retro 4s were like kind of like multi-part shoes. So totally. It was like they're just like it just fell apart. I'm like, no, these are the comfiest shoes ever.
Yeah.
Oh well.
So ironically, dude, this happened today. It's right next to me, so I might as well just. So my friend Freeman hands this to me today, and this blew me away. So speaking of Nintendo and on the subject, I have to share this. So he hands me this, but it's in,
nice.
it's in a box, right? But check this out. Look what else is in the box with it. So bunch of games with Zeldas. Both of the Zeldas are in there.
The
Mario
nice gold,
2.
classy. I remember early 90s, those cartridges.
Yep.
You got Friday the 13th in there?
No, I wish. We got Turtles.
That game, the game, the under the dam level where you have to put the bombs out in that Turtles game. So tough.
Oh, dude, I can't wait. I haven't played it in so long, but check this out. Remember this? Game Genie?
Yeah,
dude.
It became Game Shark later.
Right. And then check this out. I don't even know what this is, but maybe you know what this is. The satellite system. I've never even seen this before.
I think that's like a multiplayer connection, right? It seems
okay.
Like
so it gives
able
you 4 instead of 2, right?
Yeah, you can plug in more controllers.
It's cool.
I don't know if there's any games that needed that though.
And then this has a thing for the gun. It says so you can switch from controller to gun. I didn't even know this was a thing until today. And it just
I didn't know until a
me.
few weeks ago that there was a Sony Nintendo hybrid console.
Oh, really?
And someone just bought it. Yeah, it's like the PS1 meets the Super Nintendo, I think. PS1 Nintendo.
So, all right, everybody. I am glad you got a chance to check out Jon of the Shred, and I'm sure you'll be listening to some of the music, checking out Happy's Humble Burger Farm on Steam, right? And you can
Happy's Humble Burger Farm is on Steam. There's also a bunch of free games on itch.io. So if you go to Scythe Dev Team itch.io.com, I don't know, I'll send you the link so you can just put it. But our itch.io, most of them are free. So like if you like 80s horror, cult horror movies, and like synthwave and cyberpunk, all that stuff, Mortal Kombat, Silent Hill, Resident Evil. If you like horror video games, horror movies, we've got a cool little universe that you should check out.
Beautiful. Yeah, well, I'll make sure to let everybody know while I'm, all the NFT artists and everything. We're always getting into these kind of conversations. So I'll be continuing to let everybody know. Everybody at home, please go check it out. And hopefully you'll see more of me and Jon of the Shred getting into some stuff in the future. Who knows what's going to pop up. So, right.
Absolutely.
Just putting that out there. Everybody at home, thank you for watching. Thanks to Jon of the Shred. Much appreciated. And everybody, we will see you soon. Have a good one. Peace.